Muy buenos chicos, chicas, reyes, reinas, niños y no para el canal. Hoy continuamos con la misión legendaria de Baizhu. En los episodios anteriores, porque al final creo son dos episodios. En el episodio anterior estuvimos pues nada, viendo que había un chico que necesitaba nuestra ayuda porque su padre se estaba muriendo. Y pues el doctor Baizhu apareció. Nos encontramos luego también con Hu Tao y descubrimos que Hu Tao y Baizhu tienen como una especie de rivalidad. Porque como que, claro, Hu Tao dirige una funeraria. Coño niña, ¿qué haces por ahí? No, cuidado. Hu Tao dirige una funeraria que necesita que, para crecer ese negocio, necesita que la gente se muera. Y Baizhu lleva una farmacia, ¿no? Que da medicinas para que la gente se ponga bien y no se muera. Entonces, pues, como que los dos están ahí enfrentados, ¿no? Evidentemente. Y ahora vamos a ir a la casa del niño para averiguar por qué el padre se pone enfermo. Porque se supone que aquí hay como un veneno, que es como los restos de una deidad o algo así, ¿vale? Me duele muchísimo ya la venta. Me cago en su puta madre. Bueno, no vale, pero...
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang.
Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Vale, pues a buscar. Pues es que me alegro por ello. No pasa nada. Hacemos así ya que no pasa nada. Vale, en la columna se aparecen unas pequeñas marcas como si hubieran... para medir la altura de Ayu. Parece que grabar unas pruebas en la columna. Dice así, cuanto más rápido crezca Ayu, antes irse. Las pruebas por el número de marcas, una familia vivió aquí recluido durante mucho tiempo. Cuanta más crezca, antes de por ahí, claro. Los hongos de viña están cortados de forma ordenada y parece que lo cortan cada uno de ellos con gran precisión. Quien lo hizo debía tener mucha fuerza física. Algunos hongos están húmedos, ya que debe haber pasado mucho tiempo desde la última vez que añadieron uno nuevo a la pila. Claro, ahora yo digo. Ojo, un libro. Las cejas del tejado están rotas, pero mamá y yo alcanzamos a subir para arreglarlas. Menos mal que papá está aquí para encargarse. Hoy la mesa congelaba un poco antes del almuerzo, papá quería arreglarla, pero acabó rompiéndola una de las patas sin querer. Papá ha comenzado a olvidar cosas, de momento tendré que dejarlo todo por escrito para leérselo cuando esté un poco mejor.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Voy. ¿Qué?
What is this?
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
¿Restos divinos?
Ah, you sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
¿Cómo? ¿Un veneno puede tener vida?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
Estaba regresando a la aldea, chiste.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
La mujer.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Vaya cara tiene. Mira cómo miran a la pantalla.
Huh?
Te juzgan, ¿eh?
So you're saying... it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either! Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
¿Se te ocurre algún método para neutralizar el veneno?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
He escuchado alguna leyenda.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Qué extraño. Baizhu no es que tenga una salud de hierro. Pero el maestro Baizhu murió joven.
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just... a pain in the neck!
Percha de bichos. Ya me jodería a mí que alguien me llamase percha de bichos.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Quizás ya sé a quién podemos acudir.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Pues sí, la gente que sí.
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
¿A Paimon no le gusta la preservadora de nubes o qué? Xiao. Xiao, ¿estás ahí? Coño.
You called?
Coño, parece un Pokémon.
Gets Paimon every time.
Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Te lo explicaré. En realidad quería preguntarte algo sobre los 10 fallecidos. Le cuentan a Xiao todo lo sucedido.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Qingce village. A vile monster known as the Chi once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Qingce village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Chi is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
Ahora lo entiendo todo.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Así lo haremos. Gracias, Xiao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
No, la inmortalidad es una mierda.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
La inmortalidad es la peor maldición que se le
What
puede
a
echar a alguien,
strange
tío.
adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master? Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Vale. Pero eso lo hacemos en el siguiente episodio. Espero que os haya gustado este y nada, gracias por ver. Adiós.